G'day. Friday, 26th of February. I've just about recovered from my MV Augusta track day yesterday, which was amazing. So much low down torque. Oh, what a bike. But today, I'm doing a bit of a one-off special now. I'm kind of gutted because I'm given this bike by Suzuki. It's a beautiful K9 GSXR 750. It should be a bike that I absolutely love as well because I like the 600s, I love the 1000s. A little bit too big for 600 nowadays. Great for a short blast, but for a longer journey, this is like the perfect mix between the two. Lithe, nimble chassis, obviously more power than the 600, revs that a little bit more. For the motorway, which I'm going to be taking this on, and some A-roads, this is going to be brilliant. And look at it, man. No denying it's quite pretty. Let's give you the full spin. Anyway, yeah, I'm a bit gutted because I was supposed to spend like a good few days on this, and because of the fiasco with snow and padlock keys go missing and everything, haven't quite had that chance. But I'm going to try and do as much as I can. I've got, like I say, about an hour and a half to get down to Milton Keynes. Big review on it, big ride, let you know what I think. Then I'm going to chat to the guys at the factory, and they will give us a bit of a technical chat through the bike. So let's just start off with the basics. Indications, you can see. Nice rev counter there with the speedo, adjustable temperature, and kind of settings there. You can say adjust different modes. Big thing on this is the different modes. Now you can set it to A, which I've just done, a B, or C, which is for like wet weather. I think we'll start on C. Well, maybe go for B actually, which is quite nice. Three different ones, A being the race setup, C being for wet, B being for normal road riding. Not very, it's just going to drop the horsepower and throttle the response a little bit. And let's do the big test. Let's start this up. As a Suzuki, got holding the clutch. Now, check out this. It's going to have a nice under the exhaust. Yeah, so that's rather loud, as you can tell. Now, I've never actually ridden the GSXR 750 before. I've been out on this like briefly a couple of times, but I'm really looking forward to getting on a long road, giving it a real blast, just giving you my gut feelings. It would be great after the F4 yesterday, obviously a very different bike, but it should be nice. I'm just interested to see how my knees cope, because it's 6'3", about an hour and a half journey. I've got to stop off for some fuel on the way, so maybe that'll break it up nicely. But yeah, I'm going to get down to Milton Keynes, see Luke and the boys at Suzuki. Back in a sec. Bosh, Milton Keynes, safe and sound, check it out. Suzuki head offices. Gotta admit, what a ride. Hour and 15 minutes maybe, because I didn't really know the way I had to stop just to check the map once I got into MK. This thing's awesome. Knees, for first, not bad. Less than they were off the MV Augusta yesterday, which obviously being a 1000, you'd think we'd be a little bit bigger. This is really good. For someone like me, who I love 600 Ranger bikes, but I do find them quite cramping. It's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit more rangier. It's got torque all the way through the gears, which I really, really like. And do you know what? The fun I had on the motorway today, the most fun was obviously not wanting to break the speed limit. I hate just sitting there in top gear and just cruising. You can do that. You can roll it on from about 50 and 50 if you want. But the great thing is just working it through the gears, coming down the motorway, you know, just kind of nipping through the traffic was absolutely brilliant. And this stretch of road in Milton Keynes, I know it gets a lot of stick for having loads of roundabouts, but it was wicked. And look, there's Luke. How you doing, mate? I'm just saying how much I'm loving this bike. Oh, do you know what? It's when I came here to just talk to you, and you came in and you kind of dropped it off. You said I'd like it because it's going to have a perfect blend. Let's get you in focus between the 600 or the combination and then like the 1000. And it is, you know, I'm 6'3", riding that down here. It's got all the torque through the band that you need. Yeah, much absolutely. More. You don't have to wind it up as much as the 600. No. It feels just a bit bigger, but it's still got the light, nimble chassis frame, and my God, it makes a nice noise.
Yeah, best of both worlds, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. That's the first 750 I've ridden, do you know what I mean? And it's getting a massive thumbs up from me, but we're going to chat to one of the guys, aren't we, and get us to talk through some of the good things on it. But yeah, for the moment, good work. My next steed, Suzuki Bandit 650. Now, having ridden down Suzuki on the GSXR 750, got to say it was brilliant. Did a really good chat with Rich and Luke about the bike itself. A lot of fun. Really look after me, these guys here. And I've actually, if I can sneak in really quickly, I'm going to show you the bike really quickly that I might be doing a bit of racing on this year. I'm just going to sneak in. Just quickly. I've got these lovely shiny bikes, but you see that one there? Yeah, that's the wildcard entry for the GSXR Trophy. Might be on that later this year. You'll probably see me crash, but hopefully not. So what can I tell you about the Bandit? It comes in around the £5 price range. It's similar to the GSXR 650F, which I've ridden before, but obviously slightly more upright, naked. You've got the inline 4 engine, completely redesigned dials and the controls and everything like that. Here you can see this is a gear indicator, digital fuel gauge. It looks pretty damn good actually, it's got to be said, Luke. I'm liking the look of it. It's nice, raw, it's got the new headlight, looks quite modern and cool, and in fact, yeah, and the black engine does obviously look much nice. But yeah, look, it's like how shiny it is. I love that. Time for me to go get it dirty. So I'm now going to head back to Birmingham on said beast and see how it compares, obviously, to the GSXR 750. I should imagine it'll be, say, kind of almost more relaxing, but you know, it'd be quite nice to kind of head back and just do a bit of commuting through town, have a feel of exactly how this is going to ride. suppose I better get my bike. Luke, thank you so much, mate, as always. You're a superstar. Cheers, brother. Right then, made it back safe and sound, and hands aren't too cold, face isn't too red. It's got to be said. Every time I get on a naked bike, I always think, it's going to lack the power and the punch, and you realise it's, it's the same engines that are in the sports bikes, just slightly retuned. It's this. I rode the GSXR 650F last year before we did all the video stuff, and one of the things I found about it was just how smooth it was. You know, it's got obviously a 650 inline 4, but there's no jerkiness. It's really nice, and this is the same engine, slightly retuned, obviously on the naked bike. Really comfortable riding position, but it is really smooth. The gearbox is lovely, you know. Again, on the motorway, because it's got slightly less than, say, a thou, you know, you really can work it through the gears and have a lot of fun. It's not the rawest sounding thing in the world. It's got a nice uphill naked haunch look. Riding position wise, it's great. Let's have a listen to the engine though. It's a standard can, obviously. It's not exactly too bad, is it? I mean, she revs up to 12,500 there, as you can see. Can you see, with the light shining off? And just all in all, you know, first impressions, great overall package. I quite like, as I say, the naked style is something I've always kind of been a fan of. It's not the best looking bike in the world, but you know, if you compare it next to the Hornet 900 there, very similar kind of body styles and shapes. It's obviously got the modern headlight being the new one, and that is a KE one. This is a K9 model, I should say, or the 09 model. Lots of refinements, which we'll get the guys to talk us through later, in regards to engines when I take it back to Suzuki, which is wicked people today, it's got to be said. But just in general, really nice. I mean, first impression, it's a lot of fun to ride. I got on it and it gave me a massive grin. Kind of going around Milton Keynes, all the roundabouts and stuff, and you can really blast in between them. It's all de-restricted. You know, it did make me smile. I was kind of almost taken aback a little bit, because you're in a comfy riding position, you like that, you know, you're sitting up nice and you're like, oh, I'm feeling really high, and it's great for my back, and my knees feel... I could have ridden that all day and my knees wouldn't have been bad. You know, you forget that, as I say, it has still got power, it has still got that kind of torquey engine, and it really wants to be revved with this. It's not one of these bikes you sit on and it just... and it'd be quite happy if you wanted to put it in sixth and just cruise, but it really wants to be given some. It's quite handy, you know, it's not a sports bike when it comes to handling, but because you're more upright, obviously the balance is different, but you know what, it's not bad. Just generally, yeah, it's put a grin on my face. I had a wicked ride back. The GSXR 750, amazing bike. This is going to be great to run around on. I was supposed to be taking one to my brother's on Sunday, but the forecast for Sunday is horrible. If that changes, I reckon I'll get lots of riding done this weekend. Got to take the Honda Hornet back to street bike at some point, and on Monday I'm picking up Ducati Monster 1100S, but I reckon that this is going to be my next steed for the next few days. I'm very much looking forward to it. Right, it's Friday night, it's my best friend Johnny Doom's 40th birthday. We're having a big party. It's 6:30. I'm going to go and have a shower and have some fun. So until next time, my illustrious compadres, ride safe.